Good morning. Blessings of the day to each and every one of you. Thank you so much to every one of you that's visited my channel, watched my video. I am very appreciative of it. Thank you. Um, that first video I put down, I wasn't feeling too good at all, but it's just a good feeling that I should have done something. It was my very first video, very first YouTube video. I am welcome to Living by Faith. I am saying living by faith because this is what my life story have been about for many years now. So, with that said, I believe I can't do much right now throughout my home, and so I think I'm gonna give a testimony today in this particular video. I have two children, a son, daughter. My daughter is now 26. My son is now 18. So, yes. Anyway, in the year 2010, I believe it was. In the year 2010. My daughter was 12. She went to school. And about 2 hours after she left, I got a call from the school to come pick her up because she have a migraine. So I'm like, just send her home. She can take the bus. She can come back because that's what she did to get to the school. She took the bus and she went to school. Yes, she did. So with that said, they said, no, we cannot just leave her and let her leave the school on her own. She's a minor. You have to come. You have to come get her. So I'm like, okay, all right, I'll be there as soon as possible. Took my time, got a shower because it was really early in the morning, and got dressed and went to the school. Upon arriving in the school, I asked for her. She was in the nurse's office, laying on this little bed in the office. So I went in and I hugged her and I tell her what's going on. She told me, Mommy, my head is hurting me. And I was like, okay, all right. I said to her, come on, let's go. But she was struggling to get up. At that point, I have no idea what's going on. I'm thinking it's just a migraine, right? Okay, so I went ahead and I hold her, help her get off the little bed. When she stood up, my daughter, she almost fell to the floor. So I held her. When I held her, I realized that she was dragging her right foot. So I'm saying to her, baby, put your foot up and walk. She's like, Mommy, I cannot. So I'm like, okay. I put her hand around my neck, and she is solely relying on me for strength. But the thing about it is that my daughter, this young lady, was born 10 pounds, 9 ounces. Yes. Nope, I didn't give birth to her. It was a C-section. And she was not fat. She was just... I'm considering myself to be someone that was not... I'm not a big and tall person. Now I have weight on. But back then, I was literally about a size 8 or so. And here's my daughter. She, at that time, she's 12, but she's the same height with me. Yeah. So I'm literally feeling like I'm being destroyed by her, but I have no choice. So here we go. We are going to go and get the bus. No, I don't drive and I don't have a vehicle. This is Brooklyn, New York we're talking about, and transit. Yes, that's what we take. So got on the bus. While we're getting on the bus, I said to her, an ale à l'hôpital là parce que ou pas qu'à mort en les compte moi jodi a. For those of you who understand Creole, you know what that means. And for those of you who don't, I literally said to her, we are going straight to the ER because you're not going to be dying on my account today. We're going straight to the ER. However, I had to make a stop at home to get her insurance card because, I mean, I came and picked her up thinking that we were just going to go back home. Didn't realize that the migraine was so bad and it had that kind of effect on her. So, with that said, I went ahead, stopped home to get her insurance card and everything else that I needed. And while I was there, she started vomiting. And she said to me, Mommy, what did I eat that was orange this morning? I said, baby, you didn't eat breakfast here today. So if you had anything, it was in the school. So she said, well, I didn't eat anything in breakfast today. I was like, really? She said, my head was hurting me. I was like, okay, baby. So we left anyway. We went to the ER, Downstate University Hospital in Brooklyn, New York. And when we got there, I told them what was wrong. They took us in. And then I saw two doctors starting to have her make different signs, like touch your nose with your finger and all of the things they asking her to do. But when she have to touch her nose with her finger doesn't go straight to her nose, it goes to the side. And after that happened, after they test her by asking her to do all kind of stuff, walk in a straight line on the floor, she can't. She basically can't do any of the things they're asking her to do right. So at first there was two doctors asking her to do that, and then three doctors came. Exactly what the first two was asking her to do, the other three is asking her to do the exact same thing. The results are the same. And then another three came asking her to do the exact same thing. At this moment, right there, and then I knew something was seriously wrong with my daughter. I closed my eye because I was sitting on a chair in the room with her while the doctors were still there talking. I'm talking to God and I'm saying to him, my exact words were, I need absolutely no part of this situation. I want nothing to do with it. You're her father. You know all things. You do all things. I need for you to take control of this entire situation because it is way out of my league. And so it continued. Another two doctors came down last. So we are talking about many doctors in the room with my daughter at that point. And then one of them came out and they said, she needs a CT scan. A nurse answered, well, the machine is in progress and is busy right now. And the doctor said, whomever is in there, I need them out. Clear it. I need her to be in there right now. And the doctors just scatter and everybody running from different directions. Everybody is running. They took her to the room. One of the things I cannot remember whether I went in with her or not. I can't remember that part of it. Anyway, she came back. And when she came back, the doctors explained to me the severity of the situation. They said she has an AVM. Literally just means a bleed in the brain. She was hemorrhaging in her brain. I said, okay. And they explained to me that in situations like these, my daughter or anybody else have to go straight to the ER. No, the OR. Yeah. Because we were already in the emergency room. So she had to go to the OR immediately, to the operating room, because she need immediate surgery. Okay. I said, okay. And then that's not a problem. And then he said, well, the thing about it is that we can't go because her brain is also swollen. And with her brain being swollen, we cannot operate until the swelling goes down. I was like, okay, so we have to wait for the swelling to go down and then we can operate. And I said, how long is that going to take? And they said, well, we have no idea. We're playing it by time and going to continue to monitor her because the swelling needs to go down. She definitely needs surgery. I was like, okay. So, yeah, just like that. You see, exactly how I am right now, cool and quiet. That's exactly how I was. So they find it was strange. The doctor said to me, ma'am, do you understand anything that I'm saying to you? I said, yes, I do. Are you sure? Yes, I do. I answered, why? He said, but you so calm and quiet. Are you sure you understood everything I explained to you? I said, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do understand. With that said, with that said, took a little while, but they transferred her to a room in the NICU upstairs. And that's where we spend time all the time. Um, the day after, it was the same. She didn't look like somebody with a problem, somebody that was hemorrhaging in the brain, because she was conscious the entire time. She was talking. At that point in time, they were giving her medicine for the migraine, so her head was not hurting as much, and she could eat, she could drink, she would talk, she would laugh, all of the things. She was doing all of the things. And in my mind, I have no care in the world because I asked God to take it. Take it and do what you will with it. Then I said, Lord Jesus, if it is your will that my daughter, it's time for her to be with you, that's fine with me. But if it is your will that she spend more time with me, there would nothing I would love more than that. And I would greatly appreciate it. When I said those words, my friends, it was like boom, a flash, literally a picture, but it was not a picture. It was like, how would I describe that? It was a funeral. It was a funeral. When I said those words, it just hit. It's almost like you bang your head on the wall and you have a blackout for a second. That's what I should say. And I saw my daughter. She was laying in an ivory casket. She had this beautiful overlace lilac dress on her. She was laying in that casket like a dead person would, her hand stretched out on her tummy, put together, holding a bouquet of flowers that was lilac and ivory. She was looking so beautiful in that casket. And as it came, that flash, as soon as it hit, I said, okay. If it is your will, then it is your will. And I let it go. As soon as it came, the same way it disappeared. I stayed with my daughter. Family members call everybody. So I live in New York, but her dad is in St. Lucia. And so that's where I'm from. I am from St. Lucia, the beautiful, beautiful island of St. Lucia. That is where I am from. Called him, let him know what's going on, everybody. And so everybody's going crazy. My sisters, family members. Everybody's screaming, everybody's crying. The one thing that I was not doing at the time, I can tell you that for sure, I was not crying. Please don't ask me why wasn't I crying. Didn't I love my daughter? Yes, I love my daughter. There is not a person in the world that loves my daughter more than I do. That child was needed and wanted by me more than I can even explain to you guys. But with all that said, she went into surgery 2 days later after. The swelling was not down, but the surgery she was having was about a 2.5 hour surgery, minor. So they were going to go in through by her groin with this fine little tube thing to bring it all the way up to her brain, which has something like a needle in the end to touch a particular nerve or something. One of the surgeons explained to me, because he was not the neurosurgeon, he was just another surgeon doing something minor surgery. Anyway, with that said, he said to me, Miss Mitchell,